Hey everybody, welcome back to Sovereign Money. I'm your host Mike, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the setup of what I call a digital shredder on your Mac. This is not for PC, although I will put some PC instructions in the description below. I'm not going to explain it because, frankly, I don't have a PC. I'm running an M2 Mac, and as far as I know, these instructions work on lots of different models, but I know it works on various Intel Macs, and I know it works on an M1 Mac, so I think it'll work on your Mac as well. So the internet has grown into one big data collection machine, and the data that's being collected is you and your personal information. Big data companies will take any and every opportunity to take advantage of your willingness to be part of their data set. Not to mention that hackers are more sophisticated than ever before. A recent report from the Rect platform says that about $1.83 billion of cryptocurrencies were hacked and stolen in just the year 2023. So security is paramount, and everyone in crypto is a target. And this channel is about crypto. So I'm going to show you how to make your life on your Mac as secure as possible. Part of exercising self-sovereignty is taking control of your own finances. When you do that, there will likely be some very sensitive data created on your computer, and it's best to keep that away from hackers and data collection machines. So when you empty the trash on your Mac, is it really the most secure way to delete the most sensitive information and files from your computer? The short answer is no. When you put a file into the trash can, it simply changes its directory or its location on your hard drive. That is definitely not secure. But when you empty the digital trash, it's gone, right? Well, sort of. The files that were in your trash are deleted from the directory, but that space is marked as available to the operating system. And until the operating system overwrites those segments of the hard drive, the files are still accessible. They're still sitting there, and they're not gone for good. If you really want to permanently delete a file right now, you have to overwrite that space on the hard drive right after you delete the file. So you're going to need to head over to the terminal application and channel your inner geek. So let's get to it. All right, so here we are at the scary terminal. Like I said, if you really want to cover your digital tracks, you'll need to learn some simple terminal commands. Don't worry, they're easy and I'll walk you through it. But they are powerful, and if you type something wrong, you could delete your entire hard drive. So pay careful attention to each step, or simply copy and paste the commands from the description below. So follow me as we do this. Step 1. So the first command we're going to look at on the terminal is RM. That stands for remove. Pretty simple, right? Let's take a look at it. So here we are at the terminal, and you type RM space, and you take the file that you'd like to delete, and you drag it from a folder or your desktop to the terminal application and let go. And that fills in the location of the folder. And then you press enter and gone. That folder is gone. Pretty easy. Not bad. So now we know how to remove a folder from anywhere on the hard drive with just one command. So far, so good. But what if you have an entire folder that you want to delete, filled with all kinds of files? Very sensitive information. That's easy. You just add a space after the RM command and add the -R flag, followed by a space, and then drag the file again like this. So RM space -R, and add a space after the -R, and then you take your folder and drag it into the terminal, let go, and again, you can see how there's a folder here, and this folder happens to be called untitled folder. Then you press return and the folder is gone. Okay, so far so good. So we've deleted a file, and now we've deleted a folder with files in it. But if you really need to delete the file or folder, you need to overwrite the segment of the hard drive where the file or folder was located. That calls for the -P flag. So we have RM space followed by -R space followed by -P, that's a capital P, and a space. So then you take the file or folder that you want to delete, and in this case, I'm just going to grab a folder, and you drag it to the terminal. Press the right arrow button first to clear it, and then you press enter, and the folder is gone, and its contents are gone, and that segment of the hard drive is now overwritten. So it is gone for good. Feels pretty good, right? Well, what if we have more than one item we want to delete, but we don't want to delete the folder that contains the items? So we want to delete the entire contents of the folder, but not the folder itself. The answer is to set up what I call a shredder folder. I'm going to show you here. Okay, here we are in the Finder window. Let's create a new folder, and we're going to call it shredder, and then put a bunch of stuff in there. So here's a folder, and we're going to call it shredder folder. Okay, good enough. And in that folder, we have some demo documents. Now, we want to delete these documents, but we don't want to delete this shredder folder. Let me move this out of the way. What we're going to do is we're going to do rm space dash r space dash p, and then, whoops, capital P. And then we're going to space, and then we're going to drag that shredder folder into the terminal. Press the right arrow to clear it. And then we're going to backspace, and we're going to put a / followed by a star. Now, you have to be really careful with these commands because, like I said earlier, you can really cause a lot of damage to your hard drive, and I don't want you to delete things that you don't want gone. So be careful. Anyway, that's exactly what you need to do. Then you press enter, and I'm going to show you in real time here. I'm going to show you the contents of the shredder folder right now, and then I'm going to go back to the terminal and press enter. Now I get a warning. I press yes, and they're gone. Oh, look, the shredder folder is empty, but the shredder folder itself is still here. That's what I call a shredder folder. So what you can do is you can use this technique to permanently delete all of the sensitive files and folders on your Mac and not worry about anyone ever getting access to them, including you. Like a physical shredder, this technique is permanent and you have to be really careful. Now I have a power user tip for you. Once you have the shredder folder set up, when you open the terminal application, you simply press the up arrow and it will load the previous command. So let's just pretend that this was a new terminal window. When I press the up arrow, you can see that it loads the previous command. Watch. Bang. There it is. And if I press it again, it loads the command before that, etc., etc. So when you open a new window, this command, which was the last command I entered, will be the first one to come up when you press the up arrow. So you can open the terminal, press the up arrow, press enter, Y, and bang, the shredder is empty. That's if you have the right command. So make sure the command is right before you do that. Also, you can take the shredder folder, I'm going to show you here, and you can drag it to the sidebar on your Finder window right here. That way, whenever you have a file that you want to delete, you simply drag it over to the shredder folder and let go. Drag it over to the shredder folder and let go. There you go. Super easy. And one more security tip. If you haven't done so, please turn on File Vault on your Mac and it will encrypt your hard drive. It does generate a very long password. You have to keep that password secure or you will lose everything. Okay? So encrypt your hard drive using File Vault on your Mac, and you also can encrypt external drives with that same system. Okay? All right. That's about it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this short video on how to permanently delete files and keep your life super secure. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.